You need to get in position, and that position is prayer. Hi guys, it's Yolanda. Welcome back to the channel if you're returning, and welcome if you are new here. The Lord said to me, get in position. And he led me to William Murphy and Tasha Cobb's Forever at Your Feet. And William Murphy is explaining that your seat is your position of authority to get back in your seat. And so I'm asking the Lord, like, what is my position? And he says to me, your position is prayer. He led me to 1 Kings 18. And this talks about Elijah when he is praying for rain. And his position is both physically and mentally. The physical part is his stance. He was in sort of a birthing position. His head was between his legs. But his mental position was he was a fervent prayer. He prayed fervently. I was asking the Lord, like, how was Elijah so powerful? He was just a man. You know, he's calling fire from the sky. He prayed for a drought. There was a drought. He prayed for rain. There was rain. And he said to me, because his power was in prayer, he was a fervent prayer. He kept his focus fixed on what he heard so that it lined up with what he would see. The one key thing that the Lord pointed out to me here as I'm studying this is that Elijah prayed for what God said. And that stuck out to me because he kept telling his servant to go back, go back, go back. And at the seventh time, he saw a cloud that was the size of a man's fist. And Elijah knew immediately, that's it, there it is. So him to have that knowing that just the little that he saw would bring a heavy rain was just so intriguing to me. And what I found is that the Lord was showing me that Elijah was persistent in prayer. He was patient. He was diligent. He was precise. And he believed it to be true what the Lord said. So it brought me to this crossroads, right? I'm like, okay, we pray. I know when I'm going into prayer, it's not always so much so of what the Lord said. Sometimes is what I want or what I desire to happen, what I want things to be like. And so this led me to getting in the position so that I can receive what God has for me. Is going to require me to both change my perception about my quiet time, like when I spend time with the Lord. It's going to require me to be patient, require me to be persistent in prayer so that I don't have to get ready. I'll already be ready because I'm praying. Prayer is not also a place of authority. Prayer is a place that brings us power. Prayer is a place that brings us out. It delivers us. It rescues us from whatever it is that we're going through. Prayer really saves our lives. It really changes our lives. If we are persistent, if we are fervent, if we are diligent, and even sometimes when you don't even have the words to say. You know, the Lord is so graceful and merciful to us. And, you know, I think this is the pause that we have to give ourselves some grace, because in this season that we're in, a lot of us are trying to figure out, you know, how do I break through? How do I get through? Or how do I make it through? And God is saying the position, you need to get in position. And that position is prayer. That is your seat of authority. Prayer is power. Prayer is going to bring you through when nobody else can. Prayer is going to cover you when nobody else can. Prayer is going to deliver you out of whatever situation when nobody else can. And so this allows us to get to a point where we are executing our faith more. And when I say that, I mean we're not just saying these things, but we're acting out these things in our daily lives that will allow us to exercise our faith, meaning we give things to the Lord and we let it stay there. We are trusting him to bring us through. We're trusting him as Elijah did when he prayed for rain. And this rain didn't come instantly, because the word says meanwhile. And this meanwhile gave me pause. This meanwhile is showing me that it may not come when you want it, but God is always on time. If we do our part consistently, consecutively, we're committed, we're diligent, we're dedicated to the Lord, where he is our first priority, he is going to see us through. He is going to bring us through. He is going to show us, not that he has to, but he is going to show us that his word never returns to him void. So if he said something about your life, if he said to do something, if he said something that if you're in a situation and it just doesn't look or feel comfortable, stay put. As I said in the last video, stay put. Trust the Lord. Trust that he is going to see you through, but do your part. Get in position. Get into praying more and venting less. Speak less and pray more.